Honali fly in Ankar X. Take Kubudito Koto Taro Murscont.
I better find your loving. I better find your heart.
What is it, gang? What is it? Hey, what is it, gang? What is it? Hi, bo, darling, hi, bo, babies. Guys, to anyone who's new to my YouTube channel, I go by the name of Siphiwe Ngwenya, and that's on per, honey, that's on per. To the returning subscribers, you're welcome home, but darling. Oh my god, guys, you are in dinar, like, this has to be a retake. Like the first original video, I swear that was very authentic. Now I have already memorized like the video crashed. How, I don't know, but the video had to crash. I'm suspecting what it has to do with storage, but I tried to clear a few things. Hopefully it works in our favor, but I'm so pissed right now because what's this, honey? Like, what's this? Oh, but anyways, just a few announcements, guys. Please make sure you watch my videos from the start to the end. That really does help the channel. Make sure you like, comment, and most importantly, do share my videos. Alright, and yeah, let's keep on having to grow this channel, because yeah, that's a good thing that has to happen for us. And what else? I wanted to say something. You see, this is what I hate, because now I have to try and memorize a few things. Okay, just a few disclaimers. I am aware that my eyes are red. Literally now it's quite late. I think it's 3 a.m. in the morning. What time is it? Actually, I'm lying. Yeah, it's oh my god, 11 o'clock, Sana. 11 o'clock. So now I try to get night shift. The car, why Tshiamo always records at night? That's why I was on 1 by 1. Yo, Sana, but I am tired and I hope it doesn't give, into the camera. I'm gonna have to try and be that darling, alright? Because this has to be a very spicy story time, okay? So without having to ramble too much, oh my god, and my makeup, I think it's a bit tight, but you know what, Sana, we're gonna work with what we have. Yeah, I am a bit exhausted, but yeah, we gotta make this work. Drink of preference, today we're having brutal fruit, ruby apple spritzer, libo. Marla, what can we get? What is chatting? But hey guys, hey mambara, have a ring, some process as a mention. So yeah, hey mambara guys, mambara. So hey, no my in the pozaya, my no my in. So yeah, guys, without having to ramble too much, okay. So today I'll be giving you story time, as you have seen by the title of this video, alright? And I know some will agree with me, some will judge me. Honestly, each to their own. It's okay, I get it. We're different people into different things, understand that. And this has to be my story, this has to be my life. If I'm wrong, I'll learn through it. If I'm right, well, it wouldn't be the first time. But anyways, okay, that gave very conceited vibes, but yeah, it's not like I'm lying and stuff. And also there's this, wait again, honali fly in Ankar X. Take can't you see I'm busy? Imagine me looking this delicious and having to fight you. Speedy. My god, it's like ooh, Sana, please die soon, Sana. Right, anyways, RIP my dear. Okay, so back to the story, right? So I don't think I actually gave my ex that I've been talking about all this times. This is the same person that took me through Mugo. If you have been riding with me, you know my Mugo with women. So I think it's fair if we give him a name. I'm not sure which name I used on my other videos, but for the sake of something that is close to or more relatable, I'm gonna give him the name of Tyrone. Yes, the same Tyrone on Arika Paduna Binaka. Yes, Uyena, forever. Kazala. Let me get back. You see, I play too much. You play too much, Tshiamo. But anyways, so this is the same guy, obviously, that was taking me through the pits. But you know what? One way or the other, you learn, and it's unfortunate how feelings work. You do not necessarily get to choose to be stuck in a toxic. Okay, let me put it right. Let me try to rephrase. You don't necessarily get to choose to be stuck for too long in a toxic environment. Sometimes you look at a bigger picture, hence you choose to stay. I know that's very toxic in so many levels. But yeah, the affairs of the heart, honestly, they're just something else. Like, you can tell yourself what are you done, but there's always going to be that one person who you constantly find yourself going back to or falling in love with them. But yeah, that's not the chat here, because it doesn't even have anything to do with the topic. But I'll get back to it. One of the reasons why I'm choosing to tell my story is because my friend who I spoke to about this story actually recommended that I actually share with the YouTube base, with the YouTube family, my community, alright? With my community. But anyways, so Amber, darling, you now have it. I know I was not proud having to even talk about it, but I think it's something that can actually help other people. It's a pretty much like a very interesting experience, come to think of it, but also I wouldn't recommend for anyone to do this. Okay, yeah, I know. Yeah, baba ya khala ngamadata sana. Kada ba hospital kwa kwa place lihleli libukile nenyoka zenu sana. You play too much, child. I play too much, guys. I'm really sorry. But yeah, I'm also trying to cheer myself up, because wow, big girl, big moves. Sada, yo, go gaga. Yo, who you, Vele? What life will come down to this. But anyway, so here's the story, right? The guy that I've been dealing with, if you know, you know. This guy took me through the pits. Like, I had to tolerate a lot of disrespect, and considering that he's more of a DL guy, in a sense, I'd put it like that, because we have had like multiple on multiple accounts, we have had encounters, sexual encounters, and we have been there, you know. This guy, Sana, this guy, oh Jesus. So my guy took me through the pits. Like, it wasn't only having to tolerate infidelity, but it was also a case of having to... He gambled with my emotions, basically, knowing how much I'm willing to extend, how much I'm willing to compromise for him, right? So, sorry. Ooh, I hate when siders do that to me, the burping. Okay, cool. So obviously, as time went on, I sort of came into terms that our relationship was coming to an end, and that's not a very great feeling, especially if you're loving someone. And it's unfortunate that such things like that, like, they're bound to happen, where you find yourself, you're the only person who's in love in that relationship, and the other person, they're waiting. It's inkosimile sana jubali jubile yo bayoluthaphambili. It's a very sad experience having to go through all those kind of emotions, but also it's necessary when it comes to character building, right? And you having to know yourself better, you know. And I always knew that I was going to be okay. Am I fully okay? Not quite, because I have some days where I actually think about him, but I tend to think about the bad in order to help discourage me from having to invite him over, if it makes sense. Try that. Works like magic. Okay, sharp. So during the times of us having to be close, he introduced me to his close circle. So he introduced me to his close circle, and amongst these gents. There was a very good looking, delicious gent. And then the Bluetooth device is ready to pair. Delicious. God knew what he was doing when he created a creature with 3 legs, Sana. You. But anyways, Sana. Okay, so I got introduced to these guys. I greeted a few of them. Actually, I greeted all of them, and some I hugged. Some insisted on a hug, which one of the people that I had my eye on actually hugged me. At that time, obviously, it wasn't as deep, but I'll explain. I'm getting there. Don't worry. So, time went by, right? I was busy with Tyrone, and Tyrone took me through the pits. This guy, because what the fuck was that, right? Woo! Can like about that video on TikTok of that girl laughing. And hey, yo, hey, that was my life, guys. Yo, that had to be my life. Okay, anyways, so during my goal, obviously, I was going through it, and I sort of mentally prepared myself that this relationship was coming to an end. Like, never mind what I tried, guys, to do. Like, it got to a point where I was literally seeing, okay, here I'm being loved based on what I stand to offer, not what what brings us together really, but what he stands to gain. So that was not a great feeling. That was not a great experience, because you feel it. That's the thing, and that's one thing about someone who's very much comfortable in having to have things done for them. They never see a problem, but they grow too comfortable, and the demands keep on getting bigger, wider, and fairer. Okay, cool. That happened. One time we had like a very heated argument to a point where we had to dismiss and actually have take a break. And how we taking a break, you just know go tie 10 past 4 sada 10 past 4 taking a break to do it, to breathe, to live, to relieve. Dangerously love. Hey, I'm a fan. Hey, but boys are delicious. But anyways, I digress. Let me come back. Okay, so obviously during that break, one of the friends obviously doesn't. One thing about me, I sometimes choose not to really let my friends into my personal life, because you'll never know the result of what the future holds. Who knows what end up in soulmate toxic guy Sada yo I choose also. Who knows what is soulmate love of my life. So sometimes I choose not to let my friends chew into my business like that, in case me and this guy choose to rekindle. I feel like also, if you have a friend like that, guys, let your friends be. Like, one way or the other, they will learn, even though sometimes it's a bit of a hard pill to swallow, or it's a very harsh experience once it starts happening. But let your friends be. It will get to a point where it's like, I have had enough. So, but anyways, and also guys, please excuse the fact that I have blocked those. Outside is very windy. I think that triggered it. But yeah, I have to tell the story because it's too saucy. I can't keep the sauce to myself. And again, shout out to you, Amber, for having to talk me into having to tell the story, because I didn't want to really, because yeah, it's not the proudest. But okay, cool. So one of the days, the friend the friend comes looking for Tyrone. So Tyrone was not here, and I tell the friend, how about you try and actually call him, try having to call him. You most probably reach him via the phone. It's like, oh, okay, cool. So as he's taking out his phone, I'm like, Moboiza, whilst you have your phone, can I please have your number? That's if you don't mind. Nah, keep in mind, this guy is very delicious, and amongst that crowd, nah, I got to hug him. So I can say if the Bluetooth device is ready to pair or Mara something about chemistry. You feel chemistry kangani la ithe chest in the chest bazi chest anda ngathi chemistry sana awuyena. Ish, guys, wait. Ish, let me focus. Okay, cool. He decides that he's going to give me his numbers, right? During that time I didn't read too much into things. I'm still on the break with Tyrone because Tyrone untwaila mukeng. But anyways, so now obviously this guy, I decided, well, I couldn't find the, you know what, the edge to not text him. I didn't reach him. I ended up having to text. I was like, hi, so that you can also like save my number. And I'm also like forgetful when it comes to such things, so I'd rather understand that, like, Kim said, I save it back and we see the way forward from there. Okay, cool. I sent him a message. I'm like, hi, it's me. Yeah, you can save my number. You will reach me here. It's like, oh, no problem. Plus, I was waiting for your text. I'm like, okay. So obviously, he asked me. It's like, okay, I don't mean to be too forward or to intervene, but like, what's happening between you and Tyrone? I'm like, hey, I don't think that it has to do with you. Like, it has nothing to do with you. And besides, like, he's your friend. Did he send you to come and fish or what's happening? Like, what's the deal here? It's like, no man, I can sense the vibes and you know we like all friends. I'm like, how? And you know we're all friends, and I just don't want like awkward encounters every time we link up. I'm like, no P, you don't have to worry about that. We're just taking like a mouth break. Like, your friend does this. Obviously the intention was to tell him one sentence, your friend don't try like hampe, but I ended up confiding and finding son. Hey, plus more ratulu wiki Garrett that's how my emotions ass marinator go to school besada. Yo, there's nothing that will make you as weak as big emotional, because boys know how to take advantage. So okay, cool. I confide. I navela. Kikohle ukuthi yazidi. Akiko di psychologist or the shritsa ka busy like ya confide. Yo, Sada. I don't know, man, don't take it too hard. He's like that. Also with other girls. I'm like, don't speak about other girls. I'm not other girls. This is be hello, you know. And so the arrangement between me and this guy was that obviously I didn't have a problem with him having to date girls. Just that I had a problem if he had to mingle with people in my team. Because what are you doing? Understand? Like, understand? I wanted him to. I know it's weird. He's a DL guy, and also gets help with attacking. Man, let's can't judge. No, let's can't judge. Please, please. So cool. I never really had a problem with that. However, I wanted us to instill a bit of like sense of respect. And also, you can't touch a kilo, but like if it was to be faced, was yagas, was pika, keep the law. Understand? Disrespect. So that was like the dynamics of our relationship, where it was more like open, but also by part that they get la nandipa. Understand? Makuruman, negele nandipa. Yana, I'm best, I'm pasta, I'm a bubbles. Yo. Okay, sharp, cool. I started having to chat with this guy. Obviously, I've already confided to this guy, telling him what's going down, and also asking him to keep it private because I trust him for some odd reason. Hey, Zana. Trust is full on stranger. Yeah, in emotion. I can check out. So now I do that, and obviously like it's very good, like he gives good advice. I'm like, okay, this one is very matured. I like your friend, you have a brain. Well, I understand. And you have to know these ones with three legs, they're God's gift, Sada, even though they grill us, but God's gift, Sada. God knew what he was doing, my dear. So now we're talking, and it gets to a point where we get a little bit too comfortable. By that, I mean, like he asked me, okay, are you into dudes? Are you into this? Are you into... Hey, guys. I'm like, yeah, well... Do you watch porn? It's like, yeah, I do. I'm like, okay. She's like, yeah, okay, what's your favorite position? I'm like, okay, it's a bit off knowing that I'm discussing this with you, but I'm gonna go with what is that momentum. Lead the windy. Kutoba a plastic boya right now. So I was like, okay, wait, is this an invitation to actually entertain the topic or engage in it? I'm like, let's see where it goes, guys. This guy is delicious. At first, obviously, I keep in mind there. So something happened. Okay, let me just give you a little background with this guy. So this specific guy, how apart from the fact that like I met him via my ex, right? He also had a girlfriend, and this girl sort of liked me, so he was also introduced to me. So every time this girl would come and confide, God, I get advice. Mugeli ka both what time or alate the bastard to understand the car, not this girl taking our conversation, the screenshot of me having to advise him how his man is so toxic, and then showing the guy. Aria, Tshiamo had a point. Guys, na limpo like I advice there. Hell, you can advise more operating libo Dr. Phil, cause wow, what was the reason? What was the reason? Shabado, he's down by DM. But anyways, so back to the whole DM thing, right? So we chatting. Hey, after some time, snap, I see that I see that clock. You know WhatsApp. One thing about WhatsApp, I'm talking about the original, not WhatsApp GB. Hey guys, hey, that thing is a scam. Nah? So certain things that you have to know about WhatsApp, right? So WhatsApp, it has a feature where you are allowed to view a picture or a video once, right, and it disappears. It also has an option where you can literally edit your texts, and it also has an option for you to choose who you want to hide. Very like I just gave you 3 tips of how to be a professional hoe via WhatsApp. Not that I'm promoting it, but you know le botsa ka re ke a tseba re gona le banyana ba bangwe ke re ba nna lo dribble o thole re o busy or forever yana ga ntse o bethile ka view only 2 Kabanga in the scabangas. Imagine. So cool. That happens. So cool. That happens, and we're busy talking. He sends me a video. Sorry about that. My friend is calling. Okay, cool. So he decides that he's going to me, right? He calls me. No man, now I'm confusing the whole thing because I'm thinking about man at the groove, sana. Okay, back to the story, guys. Sorry, I'm overly excited and I'm sure it's gonna be pretty long, which is something that I don't want. So sharp. So now he sends me that view once. I'm like, what's this? And that's how we end the topic we're talking. Since I see the print, I'm like, oh, thou shall not be tempted. Thou shall not be tempted. Thou shall not be led into evil, sana. Because gwa adama gwa iveka apa. Wow, nice aunties are lol. Is that the only thing that you see? I'm like, oh, youngling, it looks good. Okay, like motivate me to take it out. I'm like, oya kumpa striptease. I tell I clean I got that my sense is born. So sharp, I decided to take a few snaps, a few cute videos, you understand? Because obviously I can't keep on pausing in between the conversations and just to record and send him and no. So I decided to give on a full-on performance. Yeah, X video. Kwa Pornhub, ndia qualify, ndangena nda graduate. Yo, sada kitty base. Iring show ko waning. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hey, put your head on my shoulders. Got the big head, the shoulders, son, not hands. Hey, Tshiamo. Dangerously in love. I don't know. I think I tend to have a tendency of having to trust people a little bit too hard, and sometimes I You understand? Can I look the shooter on the foot? Because I give people a little bit too much when it comes to the benefit of the doubt, which is wrong, very wrong. But yeah, okay, cool. Me and Mumenze, I'm gonna refer to him as Mumenze, just like I generally talk about some guys that are the spice to the story. So me and Mumenze were recording the moment. The guys were exchanging. But it's nice. See, hey, he sends. I see. I'm like, yo, how what? Aye. Aye, like about in Photoshop lay. Aye, lay yo. Vovons. Car ekako ulete. Yeah, so like now he's even dated. He has this base, guys. Let me tell you, child. This guy's thick lips, he's light skinned. I'm like, what are you doing with your life? Can we come to mama? Hey, we're sending each other, guys. We got it. The moment is nice. It's fun. Listen, it's going. View once, Pella. We're not parried. I give you once. How? Give WhatsApp. Give you once. Ha! So now, obviously, that happens. The next day, I was going to work, and obviously, I reached an orgasm in that night because it was heated. Yeah, Nashema, he reached one. We Bluetooth, Kali. Fagarat each other. So that happened. What is it? This is sexting. Yeah, we're sexting. So that happened. It was fun. It was nice, and yeah, went to work. So as I'm at work, man. I remember I once sent my friend a screenshot. So me and my friend, we had a conversation, and I needed like a point of reference, but I'm like, oh crap, Nani, we're not going to really see the screenshot because we had it to to view, because I had it set to view once. It's like, no, babe, I can still see it. I'm like, what? It's like, yeah, I can still see it. I'm like, wait, you're joking, right? You're playing, right? I'm like, no, I can still see it. I'm like, no, what do you mean? Mugo, my friend is using WhatsApp GP. My friend is using WhatsApp GP. There's nothing as sketchy as WhatsApp GP. WhatsApp GP is giving stalker vibes. It's giving, listen, I'm here, but I'm not here. That thing, sketchy, dodgy. It's giving I'm a psychopath. Yo. Okay, sharp. So she shows me how my friend can still click on my view once. I'm like, how is this possible? It's like, no, babe, I'm using WhatsApp GP, so it still allows you to view or visit back the screenshot. I'm like, wait. Hold up. They don't know me. Like, I'm like, wait. So now I'm panicking. My friend is looking at me, worried. How? Tshiamo, why are you panicking? What's wrong? What's going on now? I'm like, man, we'll talk, man. So now, as soon as I got home, I get to text this guy. I'm like, Mumenze, what WhatsApp are you using? Out of curiosity. I'm like, hi, how do you? Obviously, I do the formality of greeting and checking up on him. It's like, yeah, cool, we're talking. We're at a level where we're comfortable with each other right now. He's like, nah, I'm using WhatsApp GP. Gotta wait. You're playing, right? Hey, I'm full of trend. Hey, so trend. Gotta, I can't trend. How? There can only be one Saiyan and Prince KP. How? Hybo. Gotta moyengele. Benyapi. I'm like, wait. You see WhatsApp GP? Karo, guys. You see Kikaba in the making. Hybo. Karo, Ikaria, Steam, Masami, Bagiti. Aria, no, I'm using it. Why? Okay, why do I have a feeling that you're worried? I'm like, baby boy, I am worried, and I have the right to be worried. I'm using straight WhatsApp. Your things are meaning to only view once. It's like, yeah, also yours, I viewed once. I'm like, no, when you click back to them, you can actually see them. It's like, what? Really? Is that the real thing? I'm like, dog, hey, can I please listen? Now I'm sitting him down, but Bluetooth. I'm like, baby boy, please, we have to sit down there. Sit down for this, baby. I need for you to understand. I really trust you. Literally, my life is in your hands. At this point, don't do this to me. I was like, no, man. One thing that frustrated me the most is that this guy was very calm. I'm like, sorry, guys, my storage is full. Oh my god, bored, Sana, bored. So as I was saying, like I was like, yo, you're very calm. Like that really frustrated me. I'm like, why are you calm? Like, guys, I was not being dramatic. I need for you to understand that. But like, I was literally shaking. I then reached out to my friend. I'm like, friend, moments, and this guy's using WhatsApp GP. Oh my god, it's like, yeah, friend, I get no face, no case. I no face, no case. Got away. Because I was feeling freedom is coming, so that I had to make the content convince. Okay, some of the things I didn't show my face, but this is one way you see with the dreadlocks, you see with the arch there, you're like, hey. And for a few men that know where, you know, my beauty spot is, they know where the birthmark is, they're gonna be like, kila YouTube channel. So I was like, yo, I really can't afford like such an expose. Nah, saying trend, like, guys, there's nothing that scares me nothing that I fear the most, like having to trend for the wrong reasons. Kabaka saying Vuga one time Vuga get a Twitter, and Twitter about it, you could really do with the shaving. Yo, in the motor like kind of yo, got bored. So yeah, anyway, so I tell him, I'm like, yo guys, I really trust you. Please, I hope you don't do this to me. It's like, Tim, I actually did go and try to click on those videos, and they tell me how they've expired. I call my friend again. Keep in mind, I'm tackling two people at the same time. Now I'm communicating with my friend. I'm talking to Mubenzi because I need to validate and also verify whatever that is telling me, right? I tell my friend, I'm like, friend, he says that they say expired. Does it happen or is he playing with me? It's like, tell him to send a screenshot. Also, okay, let me not lie, I actually posted a snippet of it on my status, and a few of my friends were actually like, what did you do? What's happening? Are you going to jail? I'm like, hey, calm down. I didn't step a bitch. I didn't step anybody. Understand? God, we dealing with a case of character. What is the defamation of character? Yo, Sana, it tarnished to the brand, to the name. Yo, I will last sharp. Okay, sharp. So my friend, one of my friends, like, ask him to send you a screenshot. The one that introduced me to the GP, she's like, no, after some time they do override, so obviously hence they tell you when they've expired. I'm like, okay, girlfriend, send a screenshot, because one thing about me, I'll never ever, come rain, come sunshine, trust in daughter. Never. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, I'll respect you, but I'll never trust you, because we sing it. Guys, it's not content periods about tomorrow. We sing it. When you know, you know. And if Owanyana was tracked, wababona the married men by its own moment. Lava checking confessions go Instagram. Let's checking YouTube channel ya told about tea with tea sana. Sipping tea or tea. Yeah, tea with tea, if I'm not mistaken. I'll most probably link it down below. Check it out. The confession. So I had every right. It was within my right to react or feel the way that I was feeling. Okay, cool. This guy still come. It's like, I'm like, send me a screenshot to prove that you tell me the truth. He's saying they say expired. Guys, didn't I breathe? That one breath that I was holding back out of relief. It's like, Tshiamo, wait, why are you panicking? What's wrong? Vele, this thing is gonna stay between us. Yada yada. Oksawa, yo, I won't trust no man, child. I don't know. I'm not the kind of person, and besides, why would I share this? So now it's that kind of conversation. I'm like, my nigga, I hope you understand. You know, if this thing gets out, it's not a good look for the both of us, especially me. You know, considering I really want to try and get somewhere in life. When I can say me, okay, drunk I get zolo, it's fine. Marana, I'm really trying to get somewhere in life, and yo. Okay, sharp. After we finish that, I decided that I'm going to get a different phone. So I'm using two phones, but obviously the other one, it's more like, it's temporary. It's essentially my mom's phone, right? I tried to download WhatsApp GP here because I was like to him, it's either you downgrade to a normal WhatsApp for us to continue having to exchange, or I get WhatsApp GP and we talk via WhatsApp GP where I can revisit the content the same way you can revisit it. It's like I don't think I'm going to downgrade, but you can get WhatsApp GP. I'm like, crap. I try having to download it. iOS is ass. So I was like, okay, where's the Android? I ended up doing it on the Android, but I barely use it that side. So I was like, oh, it's pointless, like the administration now. And besides, when I'm capturing the good angles and giving out content, it has to be quality content. Gore a ska confusega ke shutile ka mo biselana no re ke ntsile ga ke birthmark, I understand. So I was like, okay, the whole admin like taking pictures, because I would send it to my other WhatsApp. I'm like, oh, this is so boring, like it fulfills the whole purpose of it. I'm like, I must risk nyempilo sana. So yeah, we continued having to exchange to a point where I was like, okay, Tshiamo, how do you feel? Like, it's like a walk of shame. Like, here's the thing: we never got an opportunity to sleep together. Will it happen? I don't know. Intando ya nkulunkulu mayidaliwe or yenzakala enzakala mntana ka bawo mara I honestly do not know. Is it something that I'd like to see happen? I don't know. But does a guy know how to respect me? Most certainly, better than Tyrone. Tyrone can come and suck thy toes, child. So yeah, that's essentially that, guys. I got the fright of life thinking that I was going to be exposed because I don't trust men. And the fact that WhatsApp GP is the creepiest app currently on the internet. And someone can just, access the content as they please. It's a cringe enough one now. So yeah, that happened. Are we still exchanging pictures and sending each other? We're chatting, but we do not do the whole sending thing because it did ruffle some feathers. And to think he's also using WhatsApp GP, I was like, are you sure? So yeah, guys, that is as far as the story goes, and I hope you did enjoy. Please make sure to like, comment, share, and most importantly subscribe, and I'll see you on my next upload. Alright, and remember, in everything that you do, always love yourself. Bye.